What's good? What's going on, people? What's poppin'? What's the deal? Let me move this shit out the way. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Damn, we got calls already. I just started this motherfucker. God damn, what's going on? Yo. Okay, there we go. See, he called in too early. He wasn't ready. But anyway, so what's going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Today I'm going to be talking about how to stop being needy and clingy in the game. You feel me? I started a little late today because I was running around doing some stuff. But I'm here. We're going to make it happen. Okay? Remember, guys, make sure you go to MrLocario.com or click the link below to get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, the ebook or the hard copy. You feel me? So yeah, man. So listen, what I wanted to talk about today, before some more people start calling up or whatever, is I wanted to talk about, being needy and clingy in the game, right? And so you got a lot of dudes out there who they are needy and clingy when it comes to the game, when it comes to interacting with women. You understand? They feel like they need the chicks, so therefore they start to get clingy. And so this is a big issue that guys need to, get handled. You understand what I'm saying? Let me see what's up with this chat. Let me restart it. Hold on. Let me do this chat over, because I think it's acting crazy. One second. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's get it going. But anyway. So for those of you out there, when you guys are out there dealing with chicks, right, you need to make sure that you don't give off this needy, clingy vibe. You feel what I'm saying? And unfortunately, a lot of dudes do that. A lot of dudes have this needy, clingy vibe when it comes to chicks. And so what I try to tell dudes, what I try to get them to understand, is that that needy, clinging energy is the thing that's going to make it harder for you to attract women. You understand? Because if you're so needy and clingy, she's not going to want to fuck with you. You understand what I'm saying? She's not going to want to deal with the shit that you're doing. B-Man 300, what's going on? Can you see me clearly? Because I want to make sure that the stream is right. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. So, so I don't be talking and then the shit don't come out right. But anyway. So yeah, the thing is, you got to make sure that you're not on some needy shit. Now, see, if you're the type of dude who has limited amount of, experience with women, what's going to happen is that you're going to usually give off a needy vibe. You understand? Because the thing is, you don't have the experience, so therefore you end up being thirsty. You understand? You end up being a guy who, when you're around women, they can feel that thirstiness coming from you. You understand? You have that thirsty energy. And the reason you have that thirsty energy is because you don't have that much experience. And, it's probably even been a long time since you've dealt with a chick. You feel what I'm saying? B-Man 300, I just started just now. I just started. Because I came in late because I was running around doing some stuff. But I'm here. You feel me? So, Charles A, what's good? You said you've been following my stuff for a few weeks and you're already seeing improvements. That's what's up, bruh. That's what's up. So for those who don't know, the calling number is 646-481-3901. So that's the calling number. So what I want to get you guys to understand about this whole needy, clingy shit, right, is that you have to get yourself to a point where you are in the game and not really concerned with what happens with the chicks you're dealing with. And it's a very difficult thing to understand when you're the type of guy who doesn't have that much experience, because when you don't have that much experience, you put women on a pedestal. You make them extremely important. You make getting them extremely important. You attach your ego to the outcome of what happens between you and a girl. And so therefore you get so attached to the situation, you're outcome dependent, and this is where the neediness and clinginess comes in. Mac Anthony, what's going on? You said, why do girls say stupid shit? They just do, man, you know. Some of them will say some stupid shit. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So, you know, but yeah, so when it comes to that clinginess, you guys got to understand what the deal is, right? And you know what's funny is that, you know, and it goes actually to this topic, was that the other day I put out a video, right? And I was talking about my open relationship, right? And so, you know, there's a few people that understood it, they got it, they understand what's going on. Then you got the cats who just, they don't get it. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, it's not, you know, it ain't nothing if you don't get it, but this is why we're here to really break down the game so you can understand shit, right? And so the thing is, you know, I'm into open relationships, I'm into polygamy, I'm into all of that type of stuff. I'm not into specifically monogamy. Now, I don't knock monogamy. If a person wants to be monogamous, that's on them. You feel what I'm saying? And they should do that if that makes them happy, if that is something that they like doing, go for it. You feel what I'm saying? But my thing is, I personally like open relationships, right? So, you know, you said how long does the first date gotta be? 1 hour, 2 hours? It could be as long as you want. I usually, you know, I usually say, if you're going on a date and the situation's flowing in a good way and things are progressing or whatever, then, you know, how long ever you want it to be. But you understand what I'm saying? But I would say if it's progressing in a way where it's like sexual, that's the best type of shit. You don't want to be on a date for 3 hours with a chick and you going here, you going there, you spending all this money. It's like, nah. You're like, usually, generally, you want to go on a date, like a first date, for maybe like an hour. You understand? Meaning you meet up with her, let's say you get drinks for an hour, get to feel her out, and if anything happens beyond that hour where it gets sexual or whatever, then go with it. You understand? But if it's like, you know, you there, you're like, she's alright, she's kind of standoffish or whatever, and then you just cut it off. You understand? You don't got to be there all day doing a whole bunch of shit. You feel what I'm saying? You said putting women on a pedestal is a mindset because I don't have much experience. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, it's the whole mindset of certain dudes who, you know, they put women on pedestals. They think that women are this extreme important thing that they have to do. And this is why a lot of times guys, you know, have that needy energy, right? And like I was saying before, with the whole open relationship thing, is that a lot of guys, they, you know, and not even just guys, but women also, you know, they don't understand the concept of the open relationship thing. So they say things like, you know, what's the point of being with somebody or having a relationship if it's open? Why don't you just be fuck buddies? You understand what I'm saying? And so they'll say stuff like that, but they don't understand that an open relationship is also a relationship. All these things that you're doing in life is relationships. If I go to the store and I buy a bag of chips and I give this motherfucker $1 and I get the chips, that's a relationship I just had with that, you know, cashier. You understand? You know, if I fucking, you know, get on a bus and say hi to the bus driver, we're having a relationship in that moment, right? So the thing is with monogamy and when it comes to relationships, you know, dating and all that other stuff, so many people are indoctrinated into monogamy that they don't understand any other thing. You understand? They think that's it. Most people are monogamous by default, not because they wanted to. You understand? Not because they wanted to be monogamous. They're monogamous by default. So now, you know, the funny part is the thing that I get when a lot of these guys hit me up, they'll say, "Oh, you know, Mr. Locario, what are you doing? Like how you gonna have an open relationship? You know, does that mean you know you let your girl get with other dudes and all this other stuff, right?" So what you gotta understand is that I'm seeing other chicks, she's seeing other dudes, right? Now, I want you to think of someone you're dating. Let's say if you're dating a chick right now, or let's say you were dating a chick a few months ago or you're going to probably end up dating a chick in a few weeks. That chick you're dating is fucking other dudes. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that when it comes to monogamy, what you're doing is you're making a sort of like contract with each other, verbal contract saying, I'm just going to have sex with you. But what you got to understand is when you're in that situation, you don't own the pussy at all, ever. You understand what I'm saying? So allegedly, you have it at that moment exclusively. And I say allegedly because she could also be fucking other dudes on the side without you knowing, right? So the thing is that, the monogamy gives this illusion of ownership. You understand? And there is no ownership of the vagina. You understand? So if you're in a monogamous relationship and you think that this is your girl, you are an illusion. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is a concept that a lot of people find hard to believe, because the way that we talk and the way that we think, if I say my girl, you're implying ownership. This is mine. You feel what I'm saying? And so this is mine. No one can have what I have. I own this. You understand? And so that thought process, when you think like that, you can't fathom somebody else fucking with your shit. You see what I mean? But see, that's an illusion. The reality of the situation is that you don't own any of that shit. You see what I'm saying? We're all men and women. We're all flowing in this situation together. So you could be monogamous. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But understand that your monogamy is something that you put on top of reality. It's a social construct. You understand? Saying that it's an open relationship, the term is also a social construct. You understand what I'm saying? But within relationships between people, all relationships are open anyway. So this is why I'm trying to get you guys to understand, and this is why I want to bring it back to the whole clingy shit. You feel what I'm saying? I want to bring it back to that thought process, right? And so when we talk about you being needy and clingy, being needy and clingy stems from that thought process of thinking that you own the pussy, right? Or you're trying to get in possession of the pussy. You feel what I'm saying? Is this thing streaming right? I don't know what the fuck. I keep seeing on my end, the shit is acting funny. I just want to make sure you guys can see what I'm saying and you can see what's popping in this bitch. You feel what I mean? So yeah, so that's the thing, you guys can't be on that like super clingy shit, because that's gonna mess up your whole situation. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, man, so what's up with you people out there? What's going on with y'all? What's the deal? What is the deal? Alright, we got the phone call. What's going on? Who's this?
Mr. Locario.
What's going on?
I'm just doing good, just studying the game.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Let me turn down some of these fans, cause I can't hear shit. Hold on. Alright, go ahead.
Yo, it's just I'm just still, studying the game and stuff, just writing down my questions and stuff. You feel me?
That's what's up. So what's going on with you?
I'm just trying to do the best with the situation that I have now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do much because of my age. I'm 18. I just graduated, so
right.
All I'm doing is just trying to make the best of my situation.
Right.
So basically, I have my questions written down, so I'm gonna just go straight to the point.
Okay, cool. Do it.
My first question would be, I heard you and Miles, talking about women disrespecting men at times, just being straight up disrespectful.
Right.
And y'all went deeper into why women would be disrespectful at times, would act like a bitch. So I just want to know, like, why? I didn't understand it. So why do women disrespect men? Why do women, act disrespectful at times? Like, please go deeper into that.
Right. Well, I mean, sometimes a chick is just disrespectful because that's just how she is. That's her attitude. That's her vibe. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So that's one reason. But also another reason, certain women are disrespectful because it's a subconscious thing. So what happens is that the behavior of certain men, like the way that you behave, can inspire her to be disrespectful. Meaning that she might say something or do something, and if she sees that you don't check her on it, or she sees that you sort of just, you know, you're like a pushover, you feel what I'm saying? Then it's going to influence her to be even more disrespectful. Because what happens is that there's a, like when you're dealing with chicks on a subconscious level, they're looking for you to be that rock, that stability, that guy. You understand? So now, if there's any sense that you are not that dude, if there's any sense that you're weak, she's going to disrespect you, because it's almost like she feels disrespected that you are not that rock, that protector dude. You understand? And this is all subconscious. This ain't even something she's even, you know, thinking on, you know, just consciously a lot of times. So what happens is that by you not being that rock, that protector dude, she feels like on a subconscious level her life, her state of well-being is in danger. It's in limbo. You understand what I'm saying? So now that's where that anger, that's where that disrespect comes in, because of how you as a man didn't know how to conduct yourself and interact and manage a situation with a woman. You see what I mean? And so a lot of times what happens is, the reason why that happens is because you have a lot of guys out here who they've bought into the idea that women are exactly like us. You understand? See, we're men and women are equal, but we're also not equal at the same time. So the part of us that's not equal is that difference where you have to be that you know, assertive, aggressive, you know, masculine type of dude in certain situations in order to counterbalance her femininity. You see what I mean? So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so that's why because I've heard you said this like I think 3 times on the when you and Miles talk on the Bad Boy show, something like that. But I've heard you say this, like women see men as supermen.
Right.
You know, like they look up to us.
Right.
So so that makes sense. My next question would be, you know, it would be building sexual tension. My question is basically like, I know that you have to flirt, and by flirting you have to, you know, touch a woman,
right,
in order to build sexual tension. But how, but do you start off slow? And by slow I mean like, do you start, you know, do you touch by the, you know, hand, like do you where do you start and then go from there? Because I know you can't just jump into it, because there's a reason why it's called building sexual tension.
Right.
So you just so how do you like for you, like when you're, you know, say you're on a date, like what do you normally do?
Right. Well, this is the thing. What a lot of guys don't understand about building sexual tension, and shout out to the chat room, Savage D, Ojani, Sheldon, Lucifer, Tony Torres was good, McCann was good. But anyway, what the thing you gotta understand about building sexual tension is that in the situation you still gotta feel the vibe out. You understand what I'm saying? You still have to see her vibe with you in the moment while you're there talking to her and just having a conversation. So let's say if you on a date with a girl, let's say this is the first date, and you met her offline, you met her off Tinder or whatever, you going on that first date, this first time y'all meeting, and if you talking to her and she seems sort of uncomfortable around you, she seems extremely nervous, you know, she seems sort of like she's falling back a little bit, right? Then what happens is that she, at that moment, she could just be nervous, she's feeling a certain way, so you're feeling that vibe of this girl is not really into the situation at this moment. Now, if you keep talking and if you keep having a conversation and she sort of loosens up, you can start to see that she might be loosening up. She might start asking you a little bit more questions. She might start smiling a little bit, whatever. So it's sort of feeling out the vibe first. So you don't want to just jump into, you know, being flirtatious and jump into touching and all this other stuff if the vibe isn't there. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes...
Yeah, so is that sorry to cut you off, but is that why you said, because Corey Wayne says it too, like, is that why you start off by asking questions?
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you ask questions, what you're doing is you're getting information out of her, and also you're creating a dialogue and giving her, the opportunity to actually show you who she is and how she is. So, and this is what I was talking about this on the last show, where I was saying that you have to be able in the game to not only look at what's happening, you understand, or not necessarily. You have to not only look at what's being said, but you also have to look at the underlying message or the underlying meaning in each situation. So, for example, you might be asking her certain questions, so you're getting verbal information out of her, but then forget about the verbal for a moment. How is she sitting? How is her body language towards you? Is she smiling when she's saying it? It's like all these different things you have to see, because that's going to give you more of an indication of how comfortable she is. Because she could just be talking to you, but she's still not really that comfortable. You understand? But then you see through the body language, you see through how she's, answering the questions, you see it through what questions she's asking you. You understand? So all these things have to come together all at once for you to say, okay, I'm starting to see this girl who once wasn't warmed up to me. Now she's warming up a little bit, right? So now that she's warming up a little bit, right, then you can flirt a little bit. You understand? So you just throw a little bit of flirting in there, and then see how she reacts to that. So let's say you're talking to her, you're talking some regular shit, and you say, yo, I'm just looking at your eyes, and I noticed they're like just amazing or whatever. You say some goofy, corny shit like that, right? So you start it off like that, and if she starts blushing, if she's like into it, then it's like, okay, cool, now it's warming up. And then so you take it step by step by step. You see what I mean? And then so you do that. Now there's going to be some women who are already cooperating, who's already into you. So what happens is you might go on a date, you're talking to her, she's already laughing, she's already having a good time, and then so since you see that she's comfortable within herself, she's chilling, then you can move in a little bit more quicker and a little bit more bolder with the flirting and the sexual tension. See, everything is all about the vibe. You see what I mean?
The vibe, yeah.
Right. That's what it is. That's all that shit is.
Oh, yeah, because it's funny you said that, because basically, I've really been studying the game in body languages, and, the checking, the dilate, pupil, the eyes and stuff.
Right.
And, her body language, is she into you versus a woman that, is not into you, just stuff like that. So I've really been checking, all those stuff. But so it is true that a woman, her being comfortable, and like her trust, like, how do I put it, like a woman's trust and comfort level all depends on the flirting and stuff. Like if she's not comfortable and she doesn't trust you, then the flirting is not gonna. You understand my question? Right.
So you're saying if she's not comfortable, the flirting and everything and the trying to build the sexual tension is not gonna work. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, that and that's what it is. And see, the thing is, and what guys got to understand, and this is a huge thing you got to understand, is that you should not be trying to make her comfortable. I think that's the distinction that guys got to understand. So what I mean by this is, if you see a girl that she's not comfortable, right?
Yeah.
If you're trying to make her comfortable, what's going to happen is that you're coming outside of your natural element, your natural feelings, and you're trying to do something to make her do something. So, but what you got to understand is that you can't make a woman comfortable. I'm gonna go deep into this. So you can't make her comfortable. What makes a woman comfortable is she has to be inspired to be comfortable through the situation. So what's happening is that if you're comfortable with yourself and you're just chilling, you're being yourself, you're having fun or whatever it is like that, right? What happens is that she gets inspired to feel more comfortable and loosen up because you're comfortable and loosening up. So if you're worried about her being comfortable, what's going to happen is you're going to start doing more things to try to make her comfortable, and by trying to make her comfortable, most likely she's going to get uncomfortable, because you trying to make her comfortable is you being uncomfortable within yourself. You see what I mean?
Yeah. That makes more sense.
Right. So everything has to flow. Literally, it has to flow naturally. It has to flow naturally. If it's not natural, it's not going. And this is why I say, like, when I'm saying don't try to make her comfortable, because there's going to be some girls that no matter what is being done in the situation, or no matter how the situation is, she's not going to be comfortable, because that's just how she's feeling. Because you got to understand, when you're dealing with girls and you know you're talking to some girl you don't really know, you don't know what her mindset is. You don't know what she's from or where she's about. You know what she's about. You don't know what she's going through, all this other stuff. So what happens is a lot of guys make the mistake of thinking, oh well, you know, I gotta try harder. She doesn't like me. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta say this pickup line. I gotta make sure I'm doing this. And so what happens is that you're trying to make something happen with a woman that wasn't going to happen anyway because she's not in the right state of mind. And even if she does get into the right state of mind in the moment, right, that is all based off of her internally switching up her feelings based off of the situation. So this is why I'm saying that all you do is inspire it. You don't make her comfortable. You inspire her to get comfortable. And there's a difference. You see what I'm saying? So what you got to understand is that difference is huge, to know that, look, don't try to do anything extra, because when you try to do anything extra, it comes off as too, like, you're trying too hard. You're you know, and then you become uncomfortable because you're noticing that she's uncomfortable, and then the more uncomfortable you get, it's going to inspire her to be more uncomfortable. You see what I'm saying? So she's basically going to feed off of your energy. You see what I'm saying? And then if you're chill and you're having fun and she's still not comfortable, then that's just a chick that it ain't gonna happen with. And you know, she's the type of chick most likely that she got too many issues for you to even have to bother with or whatever. You see what I mean? So that's what it is.
I see what you mean. Right. That makes sense because okay, so because you said right now that if you're comfortable, she's looking up to you to be comfortable.
Right.
So basically, as a dude, because women, the feminine energy is relying on the masculine energy. Women are always looking up to men. So we have comfortable, and then if we're comfortable, she becomes comfortable.
Right. Because even like, you know, like if you have a girlfriend and shit, and it's a situation where it's like a sort of stressful situation, and you're calm and you're relaxed. Usually the girl at a certain point starts to get calm and relaxed because she sees that you're calm and relaxed. You being calm and relaxed makes her a little bit more calm and relaxed because she looks toward you, as you know, she's looking to you for that stability. So when she goes all crazy, she wants to be sure that you're not going to go all crazy, so that she can look towards you so that she can be inspired to relax. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
If that's the case, I'm rounding up, but you know, I just got like 2 more questions. But if that's the case, that explains why women say stupid shit. Basically, they're trying to throw you off guard, and if they see that they caught you off guard, then they just go into it.
Right.
So basically, because I've actually experienced this. I was walking in class one day, and this girl, you know, I walked in and she looked like she was in a bad mood. So I made a joke, you know, because I just love joking around. So I made a joke, but it was a mean joke.
Right.
So I was mean, but I was just joking at the same time. And, you know, she took it offensive. You know, she started going off on me. She started yelling in class and, you know, just started going off. And the teacher was there. And, you know, I was just calm. Because by that time I was listening to you, and, you know, you would say, like, when a woman is disrespectful, just be calm. So I was just calm, and, you know, so I was like, you know what? Instead of going off on her vibe and, you know, her cussing me out and stuff, let me go off my vibe.
Right,
so
exactly.
So basically I was like, yo, I asked her a question. I was like, what's wrong? And, you know, I was like, what's up with you? And she was like, and I was like, nah, for real, just tell me what's up with you. And she was like, it's my boyfriend. He didn't show up today. I was like, are you kidding me? That's why you going off on me like this? Right. And she, you know, all I'm trying to say, at the ending of the conversation, I got this girl laughing. She was laughing, talking, giggling. But this was a girl that was completely yelling. It just, everything shifted.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I'm telling you. And guys got to understand, yo, like, see, women, they it's like, okay, it's like you're the sun. You feel what I'm saying? And you know the planets revolve around the sun because the sun has that energy. You feel what I'm saying? So without the sun, it's like the planets, they're gonna be fucked up. So if you're not being that guy, if you're not shining your light, if you're not being who you're supposed to be, You understand? Then it's going to be harder for you to attract women. It's going to be harder for you to get women to, revolve around you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. I think. Okay. So like my next question would be Okay. So like the whole building, the sexual tension and stuff.
Right.
Like okay. So because you said it right now, like women and men are different.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to get your take on this, like Okay. So I'm trying to. Because I'm reading into the word of building sexual tension. And we have to build sexual tension because us guys, if we see a female, we just want to, have sex
right
off the back. But women, so women want the dick. Basically, women want to have sex.
Right.
But because of social stuff and, because they care about what other people think, they act like they don't want it.
Right.
I mean, because I had to think about it. If women really don't want dick, as you always say, why is it that women twerk? Because I just had to think about it. There's a reason why, because she's always thinking about that dick behind her.
Right.
So basically, that's why they do twerk. So, I mean, I've learned this. You said this before. Corey Wayne said it before. Don't focus on what a woman says. Focus on what she responds to. Focus on what she does.
Right.
And it's a completely different change because I always used to focus on what women say. And I noticed that what they say and what they do is completely two different things.
Exactly.
But now a lot of the times, when a woman says some shit like, I'm just going out with you just to be friends. I know she's saying some stupid shit because the whole time she was, laughing at my jokes.
Right.
She was, giving me kisses. She was, doing some flirty stuff. She was acting like she cold so that I could,
But you know what it is? This is what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is though, because for you gotta understand something. Like women, right?
Yeah.
What they do is that they're always in a state where what they want is also something that they think is not going to be like beneficial to them, but then they also want it at the same time. It's like you want this thing, but you're scared to do this thing because you're scared that there might be a consequence, but you still have the desire for the thing you want. So they're always back and forth with it because, for example, women, they want this guy, they want to have sex with this guy, but then they're like, oh, well, what if he, what if he, calls me a hoe? What if he doesn't call me back? What if people know I had sex with him and they're going to think I'm a slut? Like, so all these things are going on, but there's this stigma like, oh, damn, well, and this is where the friction comes in between you and a woman. You understand? So the thing is like, it's kind of like, I always use this example. It's like if you have 2 plates of food on the table and you're hungry as hell, and I say, yo, you can eat this food, but I'm just letting you know one of these plates have poison in it. I'm not going to tell you which one, but, do what you got to do. So now, even though you want to eat, you're going to hesitate because now you're like, shit, I don't know which one has fucking poison in it. But you want to eat, but you're like, fuck, I don't want to die because, you see what I mean? So you're going crazy right now. So that's how women feel when they're dealing with a dude. It's like they want to fuck him, but they're like, oh shit, like this is the first night. What if, I just went home with this guy. What if he fucking, doesn't like me or doesn't like my body or whatever, or what, they're thinking of all of this shit. And this is why sometimes you get with chicks and then the shit don't go down because she's going through that back and forth shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's the thing, what I mean?
I'm coming to an end, I'm about to finish, but okay, so because I was reading and it was like, building sexual tension, you have to, like, the desire is there, but you have to flirt, by touching and stuff. You have to keep building sexual tension to the point where she can't handle it no more.
Exactly.
And I'm thinking about it because women are emotional beings. So is this why building sexual tension applies? Because us guys, as I said before, if we see a woman, we know what it is. But a woman, do we build that sexual tension because there are emotional beings?
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, because they're emotion, because they have that very strong sense of emotion, right?
Yeah.
What needs to happen is, even though, like we were saying earlier, like the chick wants to do it, but then she's sort of not because of all this other craziness going on. What happens is that she has to get so emotionally wrapped up in wanting to have it that all that happens is she just wants the dick now. Like, it doesn't matter, like, all that other bullshit. Like, her desire for sex has to be stronger than her fear of what can happen because of the sex. You see what I'm saying? And so building the sexual tension is basically creating the desire for her to want to do it over her fear of wanting to do it. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the reason why building the sexual tension is important, because women, they want to have sex, but they're looking for so many reasons why they should, like, veto it or say no, or I'm gonna maybe wait and all this other. They're looking for all those signs. Just like when a chick is on an online dating site, a lot of times they'll look at a guy's profile or something on his pictures just to say, oh, I was gonna go out with this guy, but I don't like that. You feel what I'm saying? So they're looking for something. So if you're flirting with a chick and you're building that sexual tension, it's like the shit has to be built so much that she's getting so horny and so into it that she can't, there's no excuse now. Like, she's like, I gotta fuck this guy. Like, I want to fuck this guy so bad. Like, you see what I mean? Like, I've been in situations like that where not even necessarily just with me, but I've had friends who I've been to clubs with and everything, and they end up fucking some girl in the bathroom that they just met like an hour ago. You feel what I'm saying? Because they escalated it so fast and she wanted it so bad that they just went to the bathroom and fucked. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know.
So, yeah. So, okay, so just to go over what you said, so, you know, on a date, you know, ask questions, you know, be you and ask questions. And to ask questions, you know, just see her vibe, you know, check her vibe.
Right.
And then start flirting and stuff. And then, you know, you could be like, you know, I'm going to say it anyway, but, you know, if this is just one, like, when I see her vibe, I could be like, you know, you got some sexy lips, you know, I want to kiss it, you know, come here. Is that give you?
Wait, say that again. You was a little bit low. What you said?
You know, I could be like, you know, you got some real sexy lips, you know, come over here. I need to kiss them. Something like that.
Right, yeah, exactly. All it is, look, all it's building the sexual tension is really just flirting to the point of getting to sex. That's really all it is. You feel what I'm saying? So you're just creating situations where you are with the girl, and through all these different things, like I was saying earlier, you see the vibe. You understand? Because, like, I was on this date with this girl one time, and so we were talking, and we were like, we're having a drink, we were talking, and then I put my hand on her knee. You feel what I'm saying? And I would take it off, I'll put it back on a little bit, take it off, and then so that when I saw that she was enjoying, like, talking to me, flirting with me, and doing all this other stuff, then I grabbed her hand, and then, you know, I was holding her hand, and we was holding hands while we're talking. You feel what I'm saying? Then I sort of stood up, because we were both on these stools. I stood up, and I was standing in front of her as we were talking, and I put my arm around her. You see what I'm saying? So step by step, I'm getting closer and closer to her as I'm flirting and as I'm talking all that shit, right? So now, as I'm super close to her, and we're like this close, then I just pull her in and we start kissing. You see what I mean? So it's, you know, it's not even sometimes anything you even need to say. It's just the vibe and the energy that's happening literally in that moment that dictates that, okay, yeah, I can go in it, because a girl's not gonna you know, have you touch her leg, then fucking hold her fucking hand, and then you step up to her, and then you grabbing her, and if she's letting you do all of that, it's go time. Like, she's gonna keep that shit going. You see what I'm saying? The only time it's not gonna happen is if you have a chick who's an extreme attention whore. You feel what I'm saying? And she's gonna be a little bit back and forth with it and acting goofy about it. But it usually flows in that direction. You see what I mean?
Okay. Alright. I'm about to get off, but you know, Mr. Locario, I just want to tell you, I appreciate you, you know,
that's what's up,
answering
man.
my questions every week.
I appreciate you calling in, because you be having good questions, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm just trying to learn the game by observation, because I'm a basketball player, and, you know, basketball and the game You know, every time I think about the game, I always think about basketball. You know,
Right.
You know, as you said in your last videos, you know, you were like, um, you know, everybody has game, and you know, in basketball, everybody got game. It's either you have your game is weak or your
Right.
game is strong.
Right.
And, you know, same thing applies to women. So I appreciate it. I'm not in the. I don't have the bad boy membership
Right.
and stuff because. Again, as I said, you know, I don't have money and stuff yet, you know, so I need to start working soon. But at the point I am, I can't do none of those stuff.
Right.
So, you know, I appreciate it. But my last question would be the Bad Boy membership. If you like get in, how much is it? Like,
Right. So the Bad Boy.
instantly start paying?
You said it again?
Do you instantly start paying once you get in?
Yeah, so
Or
once you
watch a video.
Yeah, so the Bad Boy membership works like this. So you pay $97 and it's $97 a month. You feel what I'm saying? So once you pay, you get the information to log in and you get on the Bad Boy membership page, and on that page it has all the programs on the page. So what it is that like other programs, what they do is when you join it, they sometimes will probably give you one thing and then you got to wait the next month for the next thing. I have everything on there now. So literally on the Bad Boy membership right now, there's at least maybe 35 to maybe 40 programs, if I'm not mistaken, on there. So it's like over like 48 hours worth of stuff on there. You understand what I'm saying? And each month I put a new program on there, and it's all like step by step. So a lot of times on these videos, what I do is I try to give a little bit more of a general sense of the game, and on the Bad Boy membership, what I do is I break down everything specifically so you know how to do all the little intricacies of it. You feel what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah.
So, appreciate it. I'm gonna work towards that. I'm gonna get into the Bad Boy membership soon.
Definitely.
You know, by the end of this year.
Definitely. Yeah, man, holla at me. Definitely. You gotta definitely get up on that, bro. I'm gonna holla at you later, alright?
Alright, appreciate it.
Alright, peace. Yeah, that's my dude right there. I'm calling in with them good ass questions. So what's good with the chat room? What up, Jesse? Femd, what's going on, man? Kid Pump, Real Life 828. So Femd, you said what's the difference between building attraction and building sexual tension? That's a great question. So what people got to understand about building attraction is there's a specific type of woman that you need to build attraction with, because I basically broke it down into 3 types of girls that you're going to run into. You're going to run into the girl who's extremely into you. You're going to run into the girl who is somewhat into you. And then you're going to run into the girl who she's just totally not into you at all. You feel what I'm saying? So the girl who's extremely into you, you don't need to build attraction because she's attractive. The girl who is totally not into you, it don't really matter what you do. In most cases, she's not going to be fucking with you because you're not her type. She's not feeling you, whatever it is, right? Now, the girl in the middle is the girl you build attraction with. So building attraction, a lot of times, it can do its building sexual tension, but building attraction is a thing that you can do overall within the interim of interacting with a woman. So you might meet a chick who she's that middle type of woman who's sort of into you, and let's say you get her information and you set up a date and you go on a date and she's still, warming up to you, whatever, but she's not like extremely into you yet. And then y'all start talking, y'all start, hanging out, and then she starts to like, think, okay, this guy's kind of cool. And then let's say you don't call her for like a week, right? And then she's wondering about you, maybe thinking about you. Then you hit her up again, and then you hang out again. And then as you hang out the second time, she's starting to like you more. Like there's certain things she saw now that she didn't see before. You see what I mean? And then so as time goes on, her attraction builds for you. You see what I'm saying? And so with those girls, when we talk about building attraction, is more so for those girls who are sort of on the fence. And you'll know those girls who are on the fence because those are the girls who are not the other 2 types. You have the girls who is totally not into you, and you got the girls who's super into you, who's making the shit easy as fuck. And then the girls who are in the middle are the ones you got to build the attraction with. You feel me? Yo, what's going on?
What's up, Locario? How you doing?
I'm chilling. What's up with you, man?
Good. I just had a couple of questions. Because it is Friday, so the weekend is
I feel you.
right around the corner. So, I got a question. So, like, in my night game, when I go out, Actually, I like to be in the bar setting.
Right.
Like when you have like a stripper bars where you can go from one bar to the next bar to the next bar. That way you can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like changing my surroundings, and also it's a good way to lead girls, because I feel like in my past experience, when I look back on all the girls that I end up smashing or making something happen with, I end up leading the situation.
Right.
Like none of the girls led shit. They didn't come up and speak to me. I had girls even told me that they was interested in me, and I asked them why they didn't speak, and they were just like, I don't know.
Right.
So, like with dudes, you got to lead every fucking way. You got to be ready to say, this is what I want to do. Let's go to this bar. Let's do this. Let's go that. And that's the only time I had success was when I was the leader. It was like going into combat and I was just leading the troop or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
But my thing is, you know how like when you're in a club, sometimes clubs aren't as spacious as other venues. And I know sometimes like I may be macking on a girl for probably like 3 to 5 minutes. And so is it weird? Our girls don't think it's weird if I go from one chick like to the next chick. So imagine if I was macking on that one chick for 3 minutes and I realized, she on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Now I see this come across the way that's cute. You know what I'm saying? Is it wise to go from chick to chick to chick in the same venue, or?
Well, yeah, you can. Well, see, that's the thing. You can do that, but it's a way that you do it that's a little bit more beneficial than another way. So the way I would do it is that if you're in a spot and you're talking to some chick, and then let's say if she is, let's say the chick is cooperating, you understand? And you want to talk to another girl, go all the way to the other end of the club. You feel what I'm saying? And talk to some other chick on that side, and you keep switching sides. So you don't want to talk to a girl who's like right here and another girl who's like 2 feet away. You feel what I'm saying? Like you don't want to just go back to back to back, because then what happens is that it seems like if it's almost like the girl looks at it like you just talking to anybody, so then they feel like, I'm just some other girl, right? Then they're thinking, if that girl didn't want to talk to you, what makes you think I want to talk to you? Like, what's wrong with you that she didn't want to talk to you? You feel what I'm saying? So that's how they look at it. You feel what I mean? So it's kind of like if you talk to like a goofy, unattractive looking chick, and then you go try to holler at a cute girl, she's gonna look at you like, you gonna come holler at me after you holler at this goofy chick? Nah, like, what are you talking about? You feel what I'm saying? Like, they look at you like, hell no. You feel what I mean? Because then they think that you're saying that they're in the same category as the unattractive girl. You see what I mean? So so I would say just try to, as much as you can, separate the times when you're talking to the chicks. Now, a lot of times when you're in a bar or club setting, especially if it's crowded in there, most people are not even necessarily going to notice. So, but unless you're literally talking to the girl that's like 1 foot away from this girl. But if you talk to this one girl, let's say she's on some bullshit, then you go to the other side of the club or the bar, and then you talk to another girl. Nobody's going to know, nobody's going to see. It don't make a difference. You see what I'm saying? So you want each interaction to sort of have this organic type of feel within that moment. So it's almost like you're talking to the first girl for the first time with each girl. You feel what I'm saying? So it's that type of stuff. And then once that bar or club or whatever gets stale, where you talk to the girls that you wanted to talk to in there, you just move on to the next spot. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just a way that you can play it a little bit more smarter, or in a more clever way, when you sort of separate where you hollering at the chicks at. You feel what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
So
And another thing is like what I realized too is when you holler at girls, whether you're in the mall or at night or whatever, what I've been working on is my recoup. What I like to term my recoup speed. So that means, like, for me, okay, say if I have an interaction with a girl and it goes completely sour.
Right.
I'm trying to make sure I get back into state so I can go holler at the next girl, so that one interaction. Because I see some guys let one sour interaction mess up their whole night.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Nights where I had like 3 sour interactions, and that 4th interaction led me to smashing the girl in front of Waffle House.
Right.
So I was like, damn, what if I would have gave up?
Exactly.
Blowout.
Right. Exactly. No, real talk. And that's something that God's gonna understand, is that, if you let the shit, chicks rejecting you or being on some bullshit affect you, that's hurting your whole situation, because you missing out on a chick who could have been fucking with you, because you making these other chicks influence you to do what the fuck you doing. You feel what I'm saying? Influence you to be on some, oh, forget it, this is whack, I'm going home type of shit. You feel what I mean? So, you know, it's real talk.
And yeah, just like detaching your like self-worth from the interaction, because I realize there's so many variables as to why a girl may not be receptive. Like,
right.
Just a girl is cute, for instance, doesn't mean she's even ready for your level of game. Because a lot of times the guys, we think we always the deficient ones, but sometimes it's beautiful girls that aren't ready for that type of macking, or just can't even, you see what I'm saying? They're so used to just, like, I got one friend, she's really beautiful. Like, she's never had to holler at a guy before.
Right.
Like, guys are always at her. So sometimes come at a different angle, girls don't know how to respond. So sometimes I feel like cause when me and my homie go out, he'll be like, damn, man, that interaction, what should I have done right? And then, but what I was doing, I was standing by him listening to the interaction. He didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
That just wasn't good fit for him in terms of the girls. Like, like I feel like sometimes we're so self-critical. Oh, we did this wrong because sometimes it's a girl.
Right. Exactly.
Just have to go through a
exactly.
Okay.
No, real talk, and that's the part that dudes got it. Because like, if you in my book, How to Have Sex 2 in a Day, there's things that I talk about that. Well, a girl will reject you, and it has nothing to do with you. You feel what I'm saying? And so, but guys, and this is what fucks up a lot of dudes. Their ego, right, makes them want to make it happen. Like, guys have this thing where it's like, I gotta get every girl I talk to. I gotta make sure it work. I gotta do this, and if I don't make it happen, then it's because I fucked up and this and this and that. Now, there's times where you do shit where it's you fucking up the situation, but there's times where you're not doing anything wrong, and it's just the chick. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is, because you might run into a girl who's a lesbian. She ain't gonna fuck you because, she's like, well, I like chicks. So there ain't nothing you can do right to make that happen. You feel what I'm saying? Exactly. So, there's times when you talk to chicks, and they might not have shaved their legs that day. So they ain't really trying to fuck with you anyway, because they're like, I ain't taking no nigga home with my hairy ass legs today. They're not gonna do it. You feel what I'm saying? It's like a lot of different shit that you don't even know that's making the shit happen like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And they have so many issues that they are dealing with, like, and you just like, damn, like they must have rejected me because of me. But I was like, hell no, there's no way every situation is like that, because in 30 seconds of conversing, it's no way you had time to examine me in my totality.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Real talk. Real spit, man. Real shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm going to go out tonight, and I'm going to get back in the field, man. I love being in the field, because I feel like with game, the value of game isn't just with women. Like, it's a whole, like, personal development.
Exactly.
You can kind of translate to life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And, so I'm going to get out there again. But, keep with the good content, and I'm going to keep checking you out, sharing your videos and all that. Once I get my money where I want to be, I'll go ahead and get that membership.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. All right, I'm going to holler at you, bro.
All right, hold it down.
All right, peace. Later. Yeah, man. So, also, this month I'm dropping a dope-ass fucking membership program for the Bad Boy membership. It's going to be about unconventional ways to be attractive to women, because a lot of dudes, they be on that looks, money, status shit. And so the things I'm gonna be dropping in here have nothing to do with looks, money, and all that and status and all that other shit. You understand? So, who gives a fuck entertainment? What's good? You said, is it a good thing if a girl is always tripping on you? Does that mean her attraction for you is high? It depends. It depends, because, a chick could just be crazy. You understand? But, it depends on the actual content of what's, of what she's talking about or what's going on. Sean Steed, you said, should you still be a player when you get old, or should you settle down and get married once you get a certain age? Look, anything that you're doing should be because you want to do it. It shouldn't be because of your age. It shouldn't be, if you want to be a player till you 90, be a fucking player. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on? Who's this? What's going on, bro?
And had a date yesterday and it was good. But got a second date on Sunday.
Well, what happened? What happened? Say that again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit, but go ahead. You're just breaking up a little.
I had a date yesterday and it was good. But got a second date on Sunday. I'm trying to figure out how to feel. Make it happen.
Wait, hold on. Let me turn off one of these fans because I'm having a hard time hearing you. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on 1 second. All right. Go ahead again.
I had a date yesterday and it was good. I got a second date
Mm-hmm.
on Sunday. Trying to feel the good. What do I got to do?
So you said you had a first date and then you said you got a second date coming up?
Yeah. Trying to feel the good.
You trying to see what? You trying to see what happened? Dang, your phone is crazy. So, okay, hold on. Let me get this straight. Let me try to get this straight. Okay, you said you had a first date, right? Is that right?
Right.
Now you're about to go on a second date.
Right.
And now what do you want to know?
Trying to feel the deal.
Oh, you trying to smash, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Okay, here we go. So, the easiest way to do this, right? And what happened on the first date? What happened on the first date, actually? What happened? Oh my goodness, this guy his phone just cut off and shit. I couldn't even hear it. But anyway, see, I need to know what's going on, man. You know, with the fucking date. But I'll just say this: for a lot of you guys, if you want to get shit popping, right? From the first date, you have to make sure that you're putting in that sexual tension in the first date. What's going on? Is this you again? You cut off?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, no.
Basically, what happened was I know it's like a little bit about it, just like on a free time. So it's just general questions, but then like quotation.
So wait, so what happened on the first date?
Hold on.
So hold on, wait. Damn, dude, your phone is crazy right now. So what happened on the first date?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you better now. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, what I'm saying was, just to have a general question.
Mm-hmm.
And, that went good, but nothing for the patient, really. But we still got another thing set up on Sunday.
You said what happened?
Wait, you still can't hear me here?
I can hear you, but it sounds muffled. So I want to know what happened on the first date.
Right, I'm telling you. Like what happened was, just got to know a better general question, nothing like what patient is or whatever.
No, what did y'all do? What did you do? Like what happened?
Oh, we went to Starbucks. You know, it was just like
Okay, so you went to Starbucks. Did you kiss her?
No, I ain't kiss her.
You didn't kiss her on the first date. Okay, you got to start kissing these chicks on the first date. All right?
Okay.
That goes for everybody. When you go on a first date with a girl, there has to be kissing by the end of the first date. Because if there's no kissing, right, what happens is it makes it harder for you to, make shit pop next time. Or sometimes there might not be a next time. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you have to put that sexual energy out in the air. You have to have her thinking about fucking you the next time she sees you. You see what I mean? So what I would say for now is this: is take her to another spot close to your house. You feel what I'm saying? So take her to like a bar or something like a low key bar close to your crib, within 5 minutes distance of your crib. You feel what I'm saying? Now, once you're there, you start, y'all talking again, flirt with her heavy, and then, try to touch her, kiss her, get the kissing going. Once the kissing is going, then you go back to, you say, hey, let's go back to my spot. Right? So that's all you got to do. But you got to be comfortable enough doing this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So what that means is that when you want to date with her, don't be having just fucking regular small talk. Don't just be on some friendly shit. You at the bar with her, you get close to her, you start flirting, you start touching her hand, you put your arm around her, and then if she's responsive to that, then you keep it moving. If she's not responsive to that, that usually is saying that she's not really trying to make it happen. She's not really, comfortable in the moment. You feel what I'm saying? And so if she's not responsive to that the whole time, you might need to just charge the chick to the game. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So, you know, what you could have done, and this is what I was saying, you know, because you could just hit her up and say, yo, come to my crib so I can fuck the shit out you, right? But the thing is that since you didn't build that sexual tension on the first date, you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It might be a little bit harder to flow with that situation unless she's just straight up, like, you know, trying to get dick like that. You understand? Like, she's just that type of chick. She's horny. She's like, fuck it, I'm gonna come over and do this and do that. You understand? But a lot of times, the reason why it's you're easing it in is because for women, a lot of times, not all, but some of them, when they're doing shit like this, when they have sex with you, you know, on a first date, second date, or whatever, there needs to be like a justifiable thing in her mind as to why she's doing it. Because even though chicks love dick, even though they want to have sex, sometimes they won't do it because they feel like, oh well, I don't really know him. I don't want to seem like a slut. I don't want to, you understand what I'm saying? So when you have that sexual tension on the first date, and let's say you don't get to fuck on the first date, because you don't necessarily have to fuck on the first date, but there has to be that sexual tension so that if you come on a second date, it's expected that sex is most likely going to happen. You feel what I'm saying? But now, since you didn't even kiss her on the first date, when you have this second date, take her to a spot near your crib, talk to her a little bit, flirt, and then build that sexual tension, start making out with her. As soon as you and her start kissing, right, then you say, like, let's say y'all been kissing for like 2 minutes. Say, yo, listen, let's get out of here, go back to my place. You understand what I'm saying? And then you take her out the spot and you go to your place. You feel what I mean? And so that, right, so try to do that and then make that happen. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. So, like, all right, if I'm doing this on the first, like, I don't know, like, wouldn't it be like apprehension? Like, if I'm doing this on the first date, wouldn't it be like apprehension from her? Like, if I'm just stepping up to her and, like, trying to make a move to kiss her?
No, and that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. If it doesn't matter that if you're doing it on the first date. What matters is that you do it. And the reason why that you do it, it's like this. Let's say for example, right? Let's say for example, I sell knives, right? And this is my first time meeting you, right? And let's say I'm even in, like, I'm in your house, like I'm one of your friends, and we just, you know, he just brought me over. We having like a barbecue or some shit. You understand? But I'm a knife salesman. You don't even know I'm a knife salesman. I haven't even said anything to you, but I sell knives, right? So what I'm doing is that if we at the barbecue and I see you cutting up some shit or whatever, and I might say to you, I'll be like, yo, so you know, what's up with your knives and shit? Like, where'd you get these from? And then they'll be like, how do they cut? You might be like, oh, they cut all right, whatever. But like, yo, you ever heard of the such and such knife? So now we getting into the conversation of the knives. You feel what I'm saying? And then so now, what I'm saying to you is like, yo, you know, look, I could provide you with these knives. I sell these knives or whatever. And you're like, oh yeah, that kind of sounds cool. So now that you're saying it kind of sounds cool, what it's doing is it's giving me an indication that you might be interested in these knives. So I could say, yo, you know, I got a case of them in the trunk of my car. I could go get them, right? Now you might say, oh wait, hold on for a second. Like, I ain't really got no money right now. I didn't get my paycheck. So I don't know, maybe next time or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. You know what I'm saying? So now it didn't happen the first time, but then if I say, all right, cool, so when are you free? Let's get together again. He's like, you'd be like, yeah, next week Friday, come through. So now next week Friday, we've already established that this knife sale is supposed to happen. So when I hit you back up and you actually return my call, or you pick up the phone and say, yeah, come through, or you return my call and say, yeah, come through, it's because of what? The knives, because we started talking about that on the first time. You see what I mean? So this is why I'm telling you that a lot of times when you guys are dealing with chicks, when you first are fucking with them on the first date, you want to create that situation because you got to see if she's interested off the bat. You got to see if she's interested up front. You got to do that as soon as possible, because what's going to happen is that you don't want to waste a lot of time with a chick who's not really that interested. So this is why you create that sexual tension and you flirt with her heavy on the first date, because you want to see her response to your flirting. And if her response is positive, even though she doesn't fuck you that first night, when you call her again or text her again for a second date and she says, yeah, let's go out, she's going out with you with the knowledge that you want to fuck. You understand? So that is basically her saying, yeah, I'm actually interested in continuing this thing that we were doing last week. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it is. That's what it is. But yo, try that shit out. I'm gonna have to let you go because your phone is sounding crazy right now, bro. You got to do something about that phone, man. All right. I'm gonna holler at you. All right, peace. Yeah, man. Yeah, that phone was wow. So we got up in here. Bernard Thomas, Haul This Junk, what's going on? Fueler, what's going on? Modal Soul, what's going on? Gaddafi, what's up? Mac Anthony, B-Man 300, what's good with y'all? Savage D Savage, what's the deal? You say he sound like he was choking on some shit? That's crazy. Y'all wild up here. Man, you said his phone sound more raspy than Jadakiss? Oh shit. But yeah, you gotta understand how that sexual tension shit is important, man. It's important. It's important. BT Platinum 23 was good, man. That shit is important. But yeah, you know, you guys got to be comfortable building that sexual tension. So the caller number 646-481-3901. And remember, in the middle of August, I'm going to be doing the Mr. Locario 30-minute game sessions. Again, this is when we have one-on-one sessions for a half an hour. You call me privately, and we go back and forth, chop up some game, and I'm going to record it, and you get to keep the recording for yourself. Okay? So we're going to make that happen. Modal Soul, you said, could you use sexual tension on a random woman in the street? Yeah, it depends on how long you're talking to her. You understand what I'm saying? It depends, like, if she stops and y'all start talking, y'all talking for like 5-10 minutes, hell yeah. You know? Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, what's good, Mr. L?
What's up?
Chillin', man. This is Dre.
What up?
Alright, I'll keep it brief, because I know I got, like, but you got a lot of callers trying to, like, come in and shit, so question I want to ask you that I feel like you never, like, really spoke about was, how would you, like, encourage, like, you know, guys to, like, overcome the reputation of, like, you know, trying to, like, holler at a lot of girls, because, like, I'm in a small little area, don't get me wrong, like, you know, I don't smash, like, you know, I'm saying, a good amount of girls around here, but at the same time, you know, that got around and me trying to, like, holler at the girls that's familiar with each other, that got around too, like, and I even feel like that kind of fucked up my game, because there's been girls who told me, like, yeah, I'll talk to you, but right around, you fuck my friend, or right around, you tried to holler at my friend, even with the try to holler part, I'm like, yeah, okay, I try to, you know what I'm saying, get with her, but she wasn't with it, so look, so it's up with you, but you know how some girls, they just be on some goofy shit, so, you know, and don't get me wrong, I got a feeling you're gonna try to throw in, like, expand out, which is, I do, like, you know, I go on the outskirts, or like to Atlanta and shit or whatever, and you know, fuck around with a lot of girls in that area too. But you know, but when I just get back home, like, I just got to deal with, like, when I go to school, like, I'm in high school, a lot of shit I deal with, like, you know, it's just getting around, or like when people speak on me or whatever, like certain girls, they be like, oh, you talking about Dre or that fuck nigga, or he didn't see that, and you know, you got these simp ass niggas too, they rooting for these hoes too, cause like, you know, they talk about me in class, like a girl, like when I told a girl, like you say, be honest, which is, that went on with, I keep it 100. I told a girl, I said, look, man, I ain't trying to, like, really, you know, date or nothing like that. I just want to, you know, hook up. She took offense to that. You know, how they try to shame you. How the fuck can you say that? You so disgusting. You this, you that. And I'm like, damn, like, you for real? So, hung up. Next thing you know, it's all around the school. You feel me? She talking, cause she wanted her like to run her mouth and shit. So it's like my homeboys coming to me. They like, you feel what I'm saying? Chili the squad talking about me and shit. Cause you know, I hoop and shit. So it's like, damn. So, you know, my question is, like, you know, somebody in that situation, like, you know, would you just I need your input on that, man.
Well, what you gotta understand is this: is that, you know, when you're the age bracket that you're in, right? Those people, they're all about their reputation, how everybody gonna look at them, you know, or what this person gonna think and all this other stuff, right? See, you need to be mentally above all that bullshit. You understand? So if they're gonna be that way, then let them be that way. But you gotta understand that the world is bigger than your school. You feel what I'm saying? So if chicks, like, even when I was in, you know, school and certain things, there was some times where I wouldn't even fuck with most of the girls that was in my school because it was like petty shit like that. So I would holler at chicks outside my school and just do my thing there because those people outside, you understand? It's a whole different, you know, paradigm shift that in that situation, right? So, you know, worry more about those people. Also, what you got to understand too is that when people are around groups of other people, what's going to happen is that they're going to act a certain way because they're in front of an audience versus how they're going to act in person. You feel what I'm saying? So there's going to be girls that's in your school that's probably, you know, feeling you or whatever, but they don't want other people to know they talking to you because of what other people saying. You feel what I mean? So sometimes it's all about you being, knowing how to maneuver in those situations. So where if you get a girl or you're talking to a girl in private, away from everybody else, you feel what I'm saying? You hang out with her outside of school. You feel what I mean? So you don't really got to deal with all of that type of shit. So
that's what I'll be trying to do. You feel me? But like, it's some girls who like they don't want to even do that because, like you said, like, you know, from what they hear about, like I said, like I maybe don't smash their friend or I tried to talk to the friend and shit, and it's crazy. Which is like I knew you were gonna bring it up again. I threw it in when I first got on the phone. Like, yeah, like I have been like fucking with girls on the outskirts, you feel me, like around.
But see, that's what you need to do, though.
You
that's
know,
what
won't get around like that or whatever.
But that's the thing that you're gonna have to.
Some baddies in my school, though. Hey, Mr. L,
you said there's some bad chicks in your school, but there's some bad chicks out here too. That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. Me being young, and I still gotta mentally develop. You know, that shit does still kind of like, you know.
Oh yeah, of course, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta be the fact that you even acknowledge that and understand what that is, it is what it is. You already are at a certain level of awareness. So what you gotta understand is that sometimes, see, most people are fucking like ridiculous. Like they're like they have this saying called that says the masses are asses. That means that a big mass of people are stupid. You understand what I'm saying? And so what happens is you got to understand that certain, you know, you're not going to be able to vibe with certain people because the fact is you got to think about it. Do you really want to even have to deal with a chick who adheres to that type of nonsense? You feel what I'm saying? It's a waste of your time. So what I would say, because I know you don't want to hear it, but I would say, yo, you got to focus more on outside of your that circle. You feel what I'm saying? Because in you know, you're not going to be in that school forever. You feel what I'm saying? And on top of that,
that shit won't even matter, huh?
Right, exactly. It's not gonna matter. And on top of that, there's millions of other girls outside. You feel what I'm saying? This is why even when I talk to guys that be going to clubs and bars and stuff, they get upset that some girl at the bar is doing this or doing that or rejecting them. I'm like, dude, if you go outside that bar, there's millions of girls in other bars and outside in the entire freaking universe. Like, what are you even worried about that? So don't worry about all. Do your thing. You understand what I'm saying? Holler at other chicks. In fact, any other chicks you fucking with, tell them like, yo, tell her to meet you at your school. Be like, yo, meet me after class. We're gonna hang out, you know. And then the other girls gonna see you with some other chick. They're gonna be like, who that girl?
Hey, hey, I'm happy you mentioned that too. Right. Hey, I swear, like I did that. Like you feel me? Like with school, like it was like what, like maybe around when we was about to get out. Man, I came to like, you know, this little shit or whatever where like the school was there, like in the gym. It's a little event they had, man, for the public and shit. Pulled up with a baddie, you feel me? Like it was just like, I ain't gonna lie, it was good to like see the salt on them whole faces and shit. Like,
and you know, it's just, and that's what I'm saying. Don't worry about any of that
other
shit.
Even the niggas who would talk about me, who was dick ride for them girls, like, oh, that nigga though. How he came at you like that or whatever, I never do that. Like, knowing deep down, like, nigga, y'all niggas know what's up, man. Y'all just trying to chill for the but even though, man, like, it felt good. So I'm happy you mentioned that, dog. Because I was on the same thought. I'm like, For all these niggas that's talking, man, man, when I'm telling you, dog, everybody, the school, man, nigga was on.
Right,
man.
but see, the thing is too, you also, like, this is what I'm saying. Go outside of your school more, but also you don't want to be in a mind state of trying to even impress those people. You feel what I'm saying? Like you got to be on some. I'm above that bullshit with all of that. You see what I'm saying? And by being above that, you have to go outside of that. And the reason why I'm telling you to go outside and to actually talk to other women outside is because just for your own mental state, what you want to do is you want to develop a thought process and a thought pattern of not feeling like you're confined to a certain thing. And this is what a lot of people do, where they feel like they're confined to their specific environments. Like there's nothing else out there for me except for this, so I have to make sure that this thing is important. You know what I mean? And there's so much other shit out there than your immediate environment. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying, to really focus more on the chicks that's like outside the joint. Now if you in school and certain chicks is like cooperating or warming up to you, then cool. You know, you can fuck with them and do what you got to do. But I would say don't worry too much about that type of shit. You understand? Just do your thing outside of the joint. You feel what I mean?
I'm gonna stick to that, man. You feel me? Like you know, I'm happy you told me that. That encourages me even more. You know, for outside girl, cause that's definitely, you know, the like that's what I came up with at the end. I was like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna just, you know, fuck with the outskirts, and that's the way I've been on, man. So thank you, dog. And,
that's what's up.
You know, you gave me advice, so I appreciate it.
All right, man. I'm gonna holler at you. All right, peace.
All right, yo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, a lot of times, man, you get all up in that shit where you be worrying about everybody else and what they gonna say. It's like, fuck out of here. You know? It's crazy. But yeah, so the calling number, people, 646-481-3901. What's going on? Who's this?
Hey, what's going on? Right now?
Your phone breaking up a little bit. Who's this? What's your name?
Real quick. Sorry, I got my audio button.
You got to speak into the phone. Don't do speakerphone. Like, put the phone near your ear. And
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit better. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. So what's going on?
I'm chilling. What's up with you?
Doing pretty good, man. Just getting ready to go to work. Got some time or whatever before then, so I thought I'd just call you up or whatever, man.
Yeah.
So I've been watching a couple of your streams, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like real talk, fucking, like that's what's up. But yeah, I wanted to call because you know, I've been in the stream and listening to what you were saying, and you know, I got this one girl I've been talking to lately or whatever. At work. Well, I just started talking to her. Like she was like I work in retail right now, so there's this cashier girl. She started working a couple months back. She was new or whatever, and you know, we just been like, I didn't really talk to her that much. Like, you know, I'll be just kind of like around. I'll be just kind of like working, and I'll see her sometimes and everything. And you know, I'll probably just say hi whenever I see her come in. But I don't know, for some reason, like, you know, so we don't talk that much. For some reason, like, you know, just recently, you know, whenever I see her, she'd be trying to, like, you know, initiate conversations with me.
But wait, hold on. Let's stop right there. Because you've been on for like 2 minutes and we still don't know, what are you trying to do? What's going on? There's a girl at your job. What are you trying to do?
Well, I don't know. Right now, I'm not really trying to do nothing. But, like, I don't know, like, because I don't really have feelings for her like that, but at the same time, like, I don't know.
So
I can't really explain it. Like,
dude. This is I want to say something very. You gotta really understand what your purpose is in everything you're doing, because you gotta understand something. You called and you was like, "There's this girl at my job," so we're talking about this girl, and then now you're saying you don't really like know what you're trying to do, or you don't really care. Like, so what exactly is going on though? You see what I'm saying?
Well, I know. All I really know is, I remember her from senior high. We went to senior high together. That's all I really know about her. And she didn't really like me or anything. But point I'm trying to say is when she started working over at this job with me, because I've been out of college for 3 years or whatever. She started working with me over at this job. This is my third job I've been to, and she seems like she doesn't really know me no more. She's like, she's a lot nicer of a person, and I don't know. I mean, at the same time, like, I don't know. I'm still.
You're gonna look. Let me tell you something. You gotta. This is what I want you to do. I want you to gather your thoughts together, right?
Yeah.
And then I want you to call back. Doesn't have to be today. It could be next week's show. But I want you to gather your thoughts together. Then I want you to call back with your thoughts gathered so we can actually have some progress here. You feel what I'm saying? Because I want to help you out, but you're not giving me any information. You're not letting me know what's going on. You feel what I'm saying?
To get to work, so like I was just like, okay, well, I need to call right now. And,
right. But listen. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have you call back, and I want you to let me know what you need to know in 3 sentences. Okay, 3 sentences, and then we're gonna get into this, right? So gather your thoughts, and then you're gonna call back, and then we're gonna make it happen. All right?
All right.
All right, cool, bro. See, man, you gotta have your shit together, man. You know what I'm saying? And so that's part of that is why it's hard for certain dudes to make it happen with women. You understand? Imagine you trying to talk to a girl and you doing that. You see what I mean? You gotta have your shit together. What's going on? Who's this?
Yo, what's good, Locario? This is T out in LA.
What's going on, bruh?
Not much. Yeah, I was looking at the topic about being needy and clingy.
Right.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, since like by default, the dude has to always be the one to set up everything, and initiate everything. I feel like by default, men are more, needy just because of that fact, that we're the ones always setting, everything up. So it makes us seem, more needy by default.
But see that's an interesting point. But that's the thing. It all depends on how you're doing it and what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? So a needy. See, this is neat. I'll tell you the difference between being needy and not being needy. So if you go up to a chick and you say, "Give me a number," right? And you call her up and you set up a date, right? And you go on a date and then you hit her up maybe a week later and then you set up another date. Then you that's not being needy. Being needy is if you hit up a chick, you call her to set up a date, right? You go on the date and then you call her 5, 6, 7 times that week. She didn't pick up. You call her again. That's being needy. That's being clingy. You see what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily the pursuit of interacting with women that's needy. It's the actual thing of what you do. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what you got to understand is that, if you think about it being needy as pursuing a chick or trying to get at a chick, you're never going to get at a chick. You see what I'm saying? So,
I got you. Okay,
right.
So what if, all right, say for instance, you go on a date with a chick and then the next day you try to hit her up to see her again. Is that like considered needy? Just because you're trying to hit her up like right away, like the next day to see her again?
So you're saying that if you go on a date with a chick today, right? And
and then I hit her up the next day, like tomorrow, and be like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" Like, do you consider that like needy? Because I hit her up like
pretty much. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you should have so much shit going on in your life that you don't have time to be hitting her up the next day like that. You see what I'm saying? In fact, the date you're having on the first date is supposed to be like, I scheduled you in to my busy fucking schedule. So by you calling her the next day, it seemed like you ain't got shit going on. You see what I'm saying? So which is the reason why you give it some time to see her the next time. You see what I'm saying? Because you have to I got to check my schedule to find some time where I can see your ass again. That's how the vibe you have to have. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So is there like a certain amount, like does it really matter like how long you wait? Like, you know what I mean? Like going into like, you know, after the first meetup, like, does it really matter? Like, I know the quicker you do it, the more needy you may seem.
Right. Well, see, that's the thing. You have to have it where it's a few days, and the reason why I'm saying that you have it a few days is because within those days you need to give that girl time to process and think about you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you know, like how sometimes they call this like for guys they call it a man cave, where you go into, it could be your room or it could be somewhere you go just to think and chill. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that women sort of have that same thing too when it comes to guys, meaning the girl goes out on a date with you and then she needs the time to process what it is and what's going on with her in relation to you. You feel what I'm saying? And so that process within itself, what it does is it brings up a lot of questions for her. And those questions are the things that start to make her start to develop more feelings for you, which gives her the thing to anticipate to see you again. You understand? So now if I go on a date with a girl today and then I hit her up the next day, I don't give her that time to process. You see what I'm saying? Now, it's one thing if you go on a date with a chick today and she calls you the next day. You feel what I'm saying? And now if she calls you the next day, she's like, hey, what you doing? You know, do you want to get together? Blah, blah, blah. And to me, I would think, you know, to an extent, that's a red flag. I'd be like, this chick ain't got nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just saw you yesterday. Like, relax. So you want to give it some time. You see what I mean? And so the thing is that if a chick is into you and she wants to make it happen, she's going to make it happen. The issue is a lot of guys, they think that giving it time is the thing that's going to make the girl either forget about them, or they think the girl's going to lose interest because, you know, you're not communicating with her every day. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what you got to think about. You know what I mean? You got to give her that time to process the shit. You see what I'm saying?
So it's important to be kind of patient.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, all right. I read your book How to Have sex with 2 girls a day.
Right.
And I know the part about, you know, hollering at chicks at work or whatever. And it's just one baddie at my job. The thing is, I've been working at this. It's like a big like office building, so it's a bunch of people that work there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but it's not like she's in my same department. She works on the same like floor as me, but it's like way on the other side where I can't see her.
Right.
So I mean, I've known her. I see her around for about a year, and the thing is, I tried to holler at her maybe like about, let's say at the beginning of this year, and then she told me she had a boyfriend. That was her excuse, and I thought she was kind of lying, but then I wasn't sure, and then I tried to holler at her like I would say a few months back, and then she was like, I'm real busy, whatever. But then like afterwards, I found her on like Facebook and I added her, and then like I don't know, like I'm pretty sure it kind of boosted me up a little bit because I had pictures with females on there and everything, you know what I'm saying, showing that, you know, I'm probably more, you know, valued than you probably would think, you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, but like now I see her around work and she like waves at me every now and then, like when I see her, you know, walking like, you know, out, you know, or whatever, but I never really get the chance to try to holler at her again because she's always on her phone or whatever. But what's funny is I just hit her up, like, because she was, like, looking mad, like, talking to security or whatever, and I hit her up. I was like, why you was mad? I hit her up, like, because our at the job, at the company pretty much, like, on the IM, you could, like, look for everybody IM. And you can IM anybody in the company. So I IM'd her. I was like, oh, why you was looking mad when you was talking at security? I was just testing her to see if she was going to respond.
Right.
And then she responded right away. She told me, like, why she was mad with the security or whatever, because something that happened with her ID work badge or something like that.
And so hold on. And so what's happening with this chick now? Because remember, I'm always trying to get to the point with you, especially.
Oh yeah. Right now, I'm trying to see if I could possibly hang out with her again. But it would be she already rejected. I know for a fact she doesn't have a boyfriend because I checked her Facebook and I didn't see no signs. I didn't see no signs of a dude like You know what I'm saying? And
Well, listen, it don't even. But you gotta understand something. You gotta understand something. It don't matter if she got a boyfriend or not. The fact is, if she's telling you she got a boyfriend, when you're trying to holler at her, that means that her interest isn't high when it comes to dealing with you. You feel what I'm saying? So
okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying like that was before I added her on Facebook or whatever. That was before. But I never talked to her on Facebook. I just added her and just ignore her, you know, just to like check her out or whatever.
Right.
I ain't never hit her up on there.
So what you this is the thing, man, you know, so when you asked her at work to do something and she told you she had a boyfriend, right?
Yeah, that was the first time. This was before she ever seen me like on Facebook or before I added her or anything. Yeah, and then she didn't even know who I was.
Right, and then so what you gotta understand is that at this point, you understand the fact that she already said that, I would just charge it to the game. You feel what I mean? Now, if she comes up to you, or you know, at work, or if she hits you up on Facebook or whatever, you understand what I'm saying? Then at that point, you could go in and do something. You feel what I mean? But the fact is that once a chick sort of either rejects you or tells you she got a boyfriend or any other thing that relates to her not cooperating in that sense, you understand? You gotta kick that to the curb, right? You gotta just kick that to the curb, fall back and do some other shit. And so, but then if she, you know, you guys probably are in passing or whatever, you could still talk to her on some regular shit. Yo, how's your day going? You know, good morning, blah, 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 whatever. But don't get at her. You understand? Because she's already shown that she wasn't interested. So by you continuing to try to do something, you understand? That's what neediness is. That's what being clingy is. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta learn how to drop that. And if she comes at you, then you fuck with her. You feel what I mean? It's that simple. You feel me? But yo, listen, I'm gonna hit you up later because I got some more calls coming in. All right. But
all right, cool. Yeah, I might send you like an email question soon, like, cause I got a deep question I might want you to answer, but I'll probably have to. I'll have to like send it to you like through your email.
Okay, yeah, hit me up through the email. All right.
All right, cool.
All right, bro. I'm out at you. Peace.
All right.
Yeah, man. So yeah, you guys, you gotta stop fucking giving these chicks, you know, this much recognition, man, and this much chances. And, oh, let me try again. No, fuck all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Crazy. I'm like, my God. My goodness. We gotta get into this looks matter debate again. Hilarious. Astro Productions was good. What's going on? But yeah, guys, remember that in August, the middle of August, I'm gonna start having my 30-minute game sessions. So I'm gonna have a page up to where you can register, and we gonna make that shit happen. You said when you bring a chick home, what liquor should you have? Shit, I don't even drink, so you know, I can't even tell you, bro. I don't even drink. Have whatever liquor you like, or you know, have a few things there, and then there might be something she like. Who knows? Gadavi, you said juice. Yeah, I don't drink, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, you know, when it comes to this fucking needy shit, man, you gotta really understand how that's not attractive to when you're dealing with women. And also, you just gotta be in a state of mind where you're okay with not getting this particular girl. That's the issue. That's where the clinginess comes in. That's where the neediness comes in, because you're talking to that one girl. You're like, her. I want her. I need her. She's the one. There's this girl at my job, at my school. I need to get her. And you're missing out on all these other chicks out here that you could be getting because you so focused on that chick. And then you basically try so much shit to get at her, and then you become a needy motherfucker. You understand? When a woman likes you, she makes the shit easy. When she really, really likes you, she'll make it easy. You understand? And if it's a guy, if it's a chick you got to build attraction with, let's say she's sort of on the fence, she's wishy-washy, she's going to show some sort of interest, right, to where you can try to build something off of. You understand? But you shouldn't be out here fucking doing a whole bunch of backflips and cartwheels and trying to get this chick to like you and all that other stuff. McCain, you said, what's your guideline to charging chicks to the game? Well, there's a few reasons I'll charge chicks to the game. And, you know, me personally, like, one is if I'm on a date with a chick and she don't kiss me, she's charged. We're done. You understand? Or if a chick is disrespectful, we're done. If a chick flakes, we're done. I'm you know, I don't even do, because I teach you guys, like, you know, if a chick flakes and she gives you like an alternative day to do shit, you understand, and you do it. If she's not giving you an alternative day, you charges to the game. A lot of times when a chick flakes on me, she's done. I don't give her no more chances. It's rarely that I'll give her another chance. It will have to be where she's like, oh, can we do it this next day? I'm sorry, this and this and that. Like, then I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna think about it. I'll get back to you. But, you know, I charge chicks quickly. Mac Anthony said, looks will get you to the door, not through it. Your game will get you through the door. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Miss Cool, you said, what's the price? What's the price of what? Gaddafi said, you drop them off soon as they don't kiss, or you wait until the date is over. Yeah, it's like when after the date is over, if there was no kissing, or like I try, because I always go for the kiss. I always try to make that happen. So if I'm building a sexual tension and she's being standoffish, or she's not trying to really make it happen, then we're done. Like, she doesn't get called back. It's over. Because a lot of times when you're on a date with a chick and she doesn't kiss you, a lot of times what happens is that she won't kiss you because either she's fucking with some other dude at the moment where she feels like she might feel like she's cheating on him, and she's only on a date with you because she's not with him, but she feels like something might happen with that guy, and she's only on a date with you because she wants attention from another dude, because either that guy is like, you know, pissing her off that day. You understand? I call those entertainment dates. They got you there for entertainment, but they don't really want to do nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Or they're just being an attention whore, you understand? Being on that shit. Or sometimes they're just not feeling you at the moment. Meaning, at first they thought you would, you know, they were feeling you, and then something happened where they're not feeling you anymore. So either way, we're done. You understand? Poti Robinson. Yeah, I usually wait till the date is over, because as I'm on the date, it's a gradual like type of thing. You understand? So as I'm on the date, you know, and the date could last whenever. It could be an hour, could be an hour and a half, it could be 45 minutes, it could be half an hour. But usually at that moment, once the kiss isn't happening and I see that she's not, then I kind of end it. I'm like, all right, yeah, it's time to go. Oh, you said what's the price for the 30-minute game sessions? So the price for the 30-minute game session is going to be $197. So it's going to be $197, and it's going to be you and me private, and we're going to record it, and you get to keep the recording. Let me see. What are you guys saying over here? Astro, you said, how do you talk to your crush without getting nervous and keeping your game on while talking to her? Well, stop looking at her as your crush. Just look at her as some any other chick. That's the thing. In your mind, you're making it bigger than the situation needs to be. Talk to her like you talk to anybody else. And like it's like this. When you guys are talking to your best friend, you understand? Or your brother, or your, I don't know, some like person at your school or whatever, you're not nervous. You're not like, oh my god, what do I say next? You're not thinking about that shit. You just talk. The difference is when you're talking to a woman that you're trying to get with, all of the difference is that you move on to a flirting and stage and building sexual tension, right? But if you can talk to anybody else, just like you're just having a regular conversation, you can talk to that girl. It's usually all in your mind that you're making it like a big deal. Crazy. Kenwood Drive, you said a lot of these girls swallow nut. It's true. It's true. It's so true. And that's the thing that I gotta get at too, is that a lot of motherfuckers, I swear, they be I don't know what it is with dudes, man. Like it's like dudes can't come to the realization that chicks be fucking. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, Locario, what's going on, man?
What up? What's popping?
Hey,
Wait, who's this? What, what's your name? What's your name?
Anonymous.
Anonymous. What's going on? Where you from?
What's up, man? I'm from New Jersey.
Okay, what's good, bro?
What's good, man? I don't know if you remember, I called a while back.
Mm-hmm.
I was the guy that had like hooked up with that chick, and she gave me some herpes.
Oh, right. So what's going on with you, man?
What's good, man? I don't know, just calling to give you like an update on how, how things have been popping off with me, with the whole dating situation.
Right.
And then I got a question also.
Right.
But yeah, but basically, like, I've tried, dating some chicks and letting them know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And, a lot of them aren't down with that shit. Actually, only one of them was kind of cool with it.
Right.
Was kind of, but she was a little older than me, and she ended up disrespecting me, so I kind of caught that off.
Right.
So what recently I found a dating site called Positive Singles, which is like online dating for people who are positive for, different STDs.
Right.
So it's kind of like how you got to say what you got, so, they're okay. It's kind of they're okay with it. You don't have to break the ice. It says, like, for me, it would say, HSV1 positive, and for a girl, it might say, whatever, human papillomavirus.
Right.
So, but, I watch I'm a member, the Bad Boy, and I checked out your online dating video.
Right.
And I kind of learned some good things there. But I noticed that these girls aren't as picky, I guess, because I guess they have the situation that they have.
Right.
So, I really don't have to write that much, and I get like a lot of replies. I get a lot of like, girls that like me, like they swipe right. So, but you also got the girls who are still in that bullshit, talking about, don't hit me up with this, don't hit me up with that.
Right. That's crazy.
Right. Yeah, man. Like this girl was talking about she sucks at relationship, and if you looking for this, don't hit me up. But she has a whole bunch of shit. I'm like, bitch.
So she's still making it difficult.
Yeah, still making things difficult, But she got all these extra shit.
Right.
These extra, how some people have worse things.
Right.
But yeah, my question is, do you have any, like, you offer any way of like checking out the profiles? Because I know you mentioned writing some things and shit, but I don't, I couldn't really think.
You saying do I have a way to write better profiles? Is that what you're saying?
No, like do you like check people's profiles?
Oh, do I check people's profiles?
Yeah.
And then like help you write it and all that. You talking about like that?
Yeah, like what kind of pictures? If my pictures are good.
Right. Yeah. I do all that. But you gotta email me so we could set something up for that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. But it's gonna cost you though. It's gonna cost you.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Of course, everything costs.
Right.
But yeah, man. All right, but that's pretty much my question, man. And I appreciate your time.
All right. Yeah, definitely, man. I'm gonna let you be safe, yo.
Yeah, I've been mad safe. All right, man.
All right, yo. I'm holla.
All right, peace.
All right, what's going on? Who's this?
This is Tony.
What's going on with you, bro?
Real good, sir. I have a question for you. Okay, I'm new to the. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes. I'm new to the dating game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've never really tried to pick up women before, and they always came to me like naturalized. And I have no from you can tell from talking to you, my communication skills are flat out broke. I have no ability to communicate with women because I never had to before. And the way I was getting these women was my flirtation was with more like body language, you know, touching and feeling, maybe kissing them on the cheeks,
right,
and breaking them down like that. That's what I was doing in the past to get these women. When I was younger, I used to go to nightclubs and dance with these women in order to pick them up. And I was trying to figure out the whole approach I was doing. Basically was the touching and feeling part. Is that all I really need? Because it worked for me before. Like I said, my communication skill really sucks. And I'm also trying to get women online, and I have really nothing to say to them.
Why do you think your communication skills suck? What's that about?
Because I don't really talk to people in general. I grew up without a brother or sister in my life, so I don't have that kind of.
And you don't have any friends that you talk to or anything. You don't have
zero friends because I don't like men, because I was abused by men, like bullied by men. So I don't screw with men. So only person I can say hi to and feel comfortable with, excuse me, sir, is women. I can say hi to women. Don't have problems saying hi to you, goodbye to you, how you doing.
Right.
But any life experience, talking to them about the moon and the birds and all that other shit, I'm zero with that because I didn't have no practice growing up as a young man.
Right. And so what's your situation now? Like, are you dating any women? Are you talking to any women? Like, what's the situation?
Situation now, I'm also at the point in my life. I always liked women all my life. Like I said, I have no problem saying hi and goodbye to them. But I'm not really pushing forward to get one.
Right. And so what do you want to happen? What do you want to happen?
Like, I want to ask you: is it really necessary for me to have some great communication skills to be able to attract these women? Because I heard you talk about having these communication skills, but also at the same time, I'm telling you, I have confidence in my own ability to pick up these women. So I'm getting confused.
Right. Well, this is the thing. It's a combination of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So you should be confident, but you also need to communicate, right? Because if you don't communicate, how are you going to have a connection with them in order for them to want to, get with you and interact with you? You see what I'm saying? Just like right now, me and you are communicating. So since we're communicating, we're getting to certain topics and things that we're talking about in order to get a certain result or whatever. You see what I mean? So communication is key. Like, you have to communicate. Like, you can't just say, like, even saying hello to a woman is communication, right? But you have to express what you want through your communication. So it's not like you're just going to say hi to a woman and then point to her and then say, yo, and just like point her into your house or something. You know what I mean? Like, you have to talk.
Well, that's worked before.
How's it? What worked before?
I don't understand. That's part of it. I'm kind of confusing. The things I've done before.
So what have you done before? Like, give me an example.
Okay, like if I met a girl, say like I said, I met her at a restaurant. I said hi to you, hi to her, and we drank something, and then I just eventually invite her over to my place or someplace else to go out and party at, maybe a club or.
So wait, so this my question is, you walk into a restaurant, you say hi to a woman, and then you have a drink. What did you say to her in order to get the drink happening?
would you like to have a drink?
Right, that's communication. You're communicating. So
okay, I got that part.
Right.
But even if excuse me, sir, even if I don't say that kind of stuff, me just by looking at the girl, she comes over, try to talk to me, and she asks me like, what do I do? And I tell her I'm a personal fitness trainer. I'm a janitor at the airport, some shit like that. And then from that, we are either going out to each other with each other, or going back to my place for sex.
Right, but this is what I'm trying to explain to you. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. You're still communicating, though. This is what I'm trying. Like, you're communicating. Like you don't. I think you think that you have to do a whole like long song and dance. You don't have to. You're communicating either way. You telling a girl, hey, like she's talking to you, asking you what you do. You start telling her what you do. You say, hey, do you want to come back to my place? And then you come back to you still communicate. That's all still communication. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking you asking me, do you just stand there, say nothing to a woman, and then try to, have sex with her somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're actually still communicating throughout all these situations.
That sounds so confusing too, sir. I've done that. Just stand there.
So you just...
I've done it 20 years.
So you just stood there and did what?
Stand there. Come up to me. I do have to say something. Can I go home with you? And you say yes. And then I go home with them. But then when I get there, there's no conversation. This what my confusion is, sir. I understand what you're saying, but those stuff worked for me before, and I'm trying something new now, and it's confusing me a lot.
So you're saying that you would just be at a place, and like you're standing in a room, or let's say you're at a bar and you have a drink, and you're just sitting there, and girls would just come up to you, and the first thing you would say is, "Hey, let's go have sex," and then they would have sex.
They have done it before.
And how much times?
In a while.
How many times is that happening though?
That happened to you about maybe three times, sir.
Right. So this is what I'm saying. And how many times have you said anything to women in general? Like, I'm sure you talk to more than 3 women, right?
Right.
Right. So this is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is there's other times you're still going to have to communicate. You see what I mean? And what I'm saying is that the little things that you're doing were communication already. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm so what you're trying to ask is, I think you're saying
verbal communication.
So you're saying that you feel like do you need to communicate more to get women? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, my verbal communication is off, so very off.
Right.
Social experience.
Right, and so this is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, in order to communicate more with women, you gotta start communicating. Once you start communicating, then you'll start communicating more, and you get more, and you'll have more practice communicating with women. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that if you communicate with women, you're gonna get more women in situations like you've been getting. You see what I'm saying? And even the situations you had with those women, you still were communicating. You see what I mean?
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. You're already doing what you're supposed to be doing, right?
If you say so, I believe you, sir. That's my part is just kind of confusing, Like I said before, and then now I'm trying to change it, and it seems like it's pretty hard for me to change something I'm not used to doing.
And what? See, that's the thing. That's the thing I want to ask you. What do you think that you need to change that you're not doing now?
Well, I think basically what my weakness is, I'm not approaching enough women.
Right.
That's my weakness right there.
Okay.
Also, my weakness is too, sir, that I'm in a stage of my life and mindset of my life that I can take a woman. And I like women, but I don't need them. So I really don't go out and wrestle trying to find a girl because I really don't need her in my lifestyle.
Right.
And that's a problem too. I just, this male desire inside my heart, my testosterone. I want a babe. I want a girl. I want to have sex. But in my lifestyle, in my mind, part of my mind is saying, I really don't need that shit. Shit ain't even worth it.
Right.
For the experiences I had before with women. And that's also too, I think it's hurt me too.
Right. See, well, this is the thing. it's not necessarily that the you know, the experiences that you had, because I think what might be the issue is that you've had experiences where you've gotten sex and sexual interactions quickly with women, right? So now you're trying to figure out, do I still need to communicate? Do I need to communicate to get more of those experiences? You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And so what I'm saying is that you do. Do you see what I mean? And what I'm also saying is that you've been communicating, but you don't realize it. It's like sometimes I hear guys say, oh, well, I don't need no game to get girls, and I don't have no game, and I still get girls. And I say, okay, so what do you do to get girls? And they'll be like, well, I go up and I talk to her, and I just say what's up. And I'm like, well, dude, that's game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're actually doing this stuff. You see what I mean?
Well, I understand. Excuse me, sir. I understand what you're saying now. But listen to your videos. I didn't understand that I already had the power already.
Right.
That I was already doing that already.
Right. So look, all you need to do is this. Just start talking to more women. That's it. Like, start having conversations, just like me and you are having a conversation now. You start having conversations, more conversations with women, because if you had if you had situations where you actually had women who you just sort of said minimal amount of things to, and they still wanted to come home and sleep with you because you probably were bold enough to say, hey, come to my house, and they did it, then you can do that also with other women. So you can still communicate, and you can also have that same energy you had when you were telling girls to come back to your place. So just do the combination of both those things. So do what you've been doing, but just add communication. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's it. So I'm gonna holler at you later, bro, because I got a few more calls before I get out of here.
Thank you.
No problem, man. All right, peace. All right. So who else is up? Somebody else called from the 4 something number. Call back. All right, we got like 5-10 minutes left, man. I just start late today. I apologize. I was, had to do some stuff. But y'all so mean in the chat room. He said, tell him to take that same energy he has at comic book conventions with women. And you know what it is, too? I think it's sometimes hard for dudes to communicate what's really going on, because it's like he's saying, yeah, I'm just sitting there and girls come up to me and then I end up fucking them. I'm like, okay, so how is that happening, though? Like, what's going on in the situation? You see what I'm saying? Like, what led from you, like meeting them to them coming to your place? You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's actual communication there. No chick is going to just walk up to a dude without nothing being said and then go to his house. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Does that dude sound like Bill Clinton? Hilarious. I'm like, that is crazy. But yeah, I think guys forget that they're actually doing the things that they should be doing in the situation already. See, when we break down game, we're breaking down what you're doing. But a lot of times guys hear the game and they think, oh, maybe I'm doing something wrong. And so they get confused because they think they need to do A, B, C, and D. And they were already doing A, B, C, and D, but it was happening naturally or subconscious. So the thing about learning game is that you have to learn it until it becomes internal. It becomes something you know just off the cuff, where you're not even really thinking about it, but it just happens in that moment. So you might think about doing certain here and there, but as you keep doing it, it becomes second nature. You see what I'm saying? Poti Robbins, he said, how can I approach a girl I see all the time? What do you mean? Just go up and approach her. Be like, yo, what's up? And then, start a conversation. Go back and forth. It's not that difficult. You said, what if you get her number and keep seeing her around? How do you keep your cool? Well, if it's a chick you see all the time, and let's say you get her information, and let's say you text her or whatever, or you give her your number and she's supposed to hit you up, she doesn't, keep that shit business as usual. Just keep, talk to her on some regular shit. Hey, what's up? How your day going? All right, cool. I'll holler at you later. And that's the thing. You don't want to come off as, hey, I called you the other day and you didn't text me, and how come you didn't? I gave my number and you didn't call me. Like, you don't want to be on that shit. You feel what I'm saying? She knows that you text her or called her. She knows that she was supposed to call you or whatever. You understand? So what you do is you ignore all that. Just keep that shit regular and then just keep it moving. And the thing is that if she wants to make something happen, she'll come at you, because what she's going to do is she's going to be thinking, damn, I hope this nigga isn't over me. I hope he's not, you know, going to forget about me. Let me go see what's up. And that happens if she actually likes you. You said, does the communication have to be verbal, and does the verbal communication have to relate to your wants of sex, or could you talk about bullshit topics and non-verbally communicate about sex? Yeah, you can basically have some non-verbal communication with the body language, because you can be talking about anything a lot of times, and then what happens is that the way that you're interacting with her physically is telling her something, right? But you also, what you want to do is you want to start out sometimes with the communication being flirtatious before you start touching, because sometimes you want to gauge how interested she is into you just verbally first. You understand? So you do the verbal shit, say some shit, see how she's responding, then you can start touching and all the other stuff. You see what I mean? Crazy. But look, listen, I'm about to get up out of here. And what I want you guys to do, make sure you go to MrLocario.com, get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, get the ebook or the hard copy. Also, make sure that you go to MrLocario.com, go to BadBoyMembership.com and join the Bad Boy Membership. All right. So listen, I gotta run because I gotta get ready for the other show with Steve the Dean. So make sure y'all tune into that. I'm gonna be back next week. I'm gonna try to start to do some more live streams during the week. You know, maybe do like 2 of them a week or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? But let me shout out all the people that was up in here. You had Kenwood Drive, B-Man 300, Savage the Savage, Modal Soul, the Alpha Male, Successful Fab 85, Kid Pump, Mike Times, Gaddafi, Jimmy McLeod, Bernard Thomas, Von D, Owolabi Aziz, J. Wright Speaks, McCann, Health Deluxe or Heathen Deluxe. Who else we got up in here? Up in this piece. There's a lot of people up in here. Shit. Mac Anthony, Ms. Cool Ali, Astro Productions. Did I say Poti Robinson? I probably did. Tyler Parker. And, you know, I just want to thank you guys for chilling with your boy. Again, make sure you go to MrLocario.com, How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day, and make sure you go to Bad Boy Membership to join the membership, all right? So remember, guys, I'm out of here, and the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.